Hey, Happy New Year, everyone. I'm so pumped that it is January right now. I know that I'm about a week late on New Year's and this message, but it's never too late to jump in on the personal development train, especially this month because everyone is on a New Year's blast off to their best self. I'm under no impression that people stick to their New Year's resolutions. Most people fall off the bandwagon, but I know that you still have time to jump in on that potent collective consciousness wave that is happening right now. It's kind of like the concept of entrainment. When there is one vibration that is super strong and another vibration, they'll find an equilibrium. Scientists have put a metronome at one tempo at one end of the room and another metronome at another tempo, and have found that they will eventually come to an agreement on a certain tempo. And that is one of my favorite concepts, because that means that if you have an emotion so strong within you that you can actually affect others. And this goes in kind of a negative and positive way, right? And we've all seen that you meet someone that has this really negative energy and then they take energy away from you until you kind of find this more equal playing field. And I love the Heart Math Institute studies that show that, I mean, what we're thinking, what we feel is actually having an impact on the global coherence. It is possible to keep your New Year's resolutions. There are a few that I have actually kept so strongly, and there was a New Year's about 4 years ago that I decided that I wasn't gonna buy clothes anymore, and I was just gonna go to clothing swaps and just trade my clothes. And I hosted clothing swaps. I encouraged my friends to host them, and I actually stuck to it. Another New Year's resolution that I kept was in grade 11. I was at a party and drinking with my friends. It's one of those times where you just don't know your limits. I drank so much that by the countdown, I was feeling so sick. And I remember I had to lie in a bed while hearing everyone else do the countdown. I remember, I think I puked all over myself, and it was just a bad scene. But after that day, I said, I'm not gonna drink alcohol anymore. And I actually kept that. So since grade 11, I haven't drinking alcohol. More recently, I've tried wine and whatever, but I realized that it's not my drug of choice. So yeah, that's been a really big lifestyle change that has affected my life in a big way, and the friends that I have, what I spend my money on. After that, I started getting really into yoga. So even if you make these New Year's resolutions and you don't follow them, you're creating these moments of time where you're shifting your brain chemistry into thinking something different from your auto settings. And whether you fall kind of off the train, you're gonna fall from a different point. So don't let those New Year's skeptics bring you down. The people that just aren't making any goals whatsoever, and they're just like pointing fingers at people drinking the New Year's Kool-Aid. Because if you feel emotionally attached to an idea, it's going to change you, whether you like it or not. So I get that people don't like New Year's because it's a specific time and they think that you can make goals anytime, so why would they do it at this time? But there's something so powerful about it already being in your agenda. So if you're not someone that makes goals regularly, then it's just that convenient time that everyone's doing it, and you can just ride that wave of the collective consciousness. It's one of the only holidays that we have that isn't focused around consumerism and is more all about the personal development hype. So it's one of my favorite holidays ever. The more emotional you are about the goal or resolution, the changes that you want to make and who you want to become, that changes your neurology and that changes your path. I like to think of it as we live our lives kind of on this automatic setting. And if we don't have those points of check-in, then we're not gonna change the settings to change the focus of your picture or the tone or the color. Think of a camera, you could put it in automatic and then that just gives you one specific way to take pictures that's on default. Or you can live your life on manual, which is even cooler because you can be super intentional about the light settings, about what you want to focus on. I said in the last video that I recorded with Raji that sometimes we might feel jealous about cool things that our friends are doing. And that doesn't really make sense at all because they're doing those specific things because they sought out to do those. They did the necessary steps to be that person, to achieve that goal. Know that you have to make goals and set out a path for your life in order for you to achieve that. Do what it is that you want and take this time to set your goals. It's not too late. I'm still setting mine right now. I wrote a blog post that's all about New Year's and New Year's resolutions. And there's 13 unconventional New Year's goals that I listed. One of them being how to feel cool while still ordering water at a bar. Because that's one thing that I definitely struggled with. But then I realized, oh my gosh, I should just order a glass and tip like it's a beer, or order a Perrier and just like give a good tip. And then the waitress is like, whoa, that was unexpected and amazing, thank you. And then you're just super cool for the whole night, you know? Just some tips and tricks. So check out my blog if you want to read more about that, because it's gonna be a good post. I'm pumped about it. So comment below, what's one word that you want to embody and carry forth into 2017? Got it? My word is courage. Courage to be confident in everything that I do. Because confidence is not something that you gain in the particulars. It's a hat that you wear for the things that you're kind of silly at, not so great at. Wear it with confidence. So those are my thoughts about New Year's. Thanks so much for watching this video and liking and subscribing to my channel and my newsletter on jillstella.com. Love you guys so much, and we'll see you really soon. Goodbye.